Hi guys, today's Sunday, June 26th, 2022. I am coming on today to show you what I have been up to. It's pretty stinking hot out there, let's just say that to start with. Sweating in places I shouldn't be. And, yeah. So, welcome everybody, new and returning. I'm always glad to have you back. Chit-chatting in the comments, especially the people that come back and comment video after video. It's really cool because like I'm learning your names and what interests you, and you know, just people from all over the place that you have interests with and whatever. It's just pretty cool. All right, so I have 5 whips to show you today. Well, actually 4 whips. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4 whips, and I'll start with the 2 small finished objects. These whips, go figure, are whips that I haven't showed you before because it's what I've been up to. Started some new ones, but I like them. Okay, so the finished objects. I thought I saved the yarn band for the cotton. I'm pretty sure it was the Lily's Sugar and Cream cotton in some kind of pink, but I threw the ball band away. I used a 5.5 millimeter hook. I started the chain of 35 and then just did half double crochets for however long my eye felt that it was a good size. And I started out with Mary Maxim's Scrub It 100% cotton with fringe, and I have a lot of this stuff, and it's almost like a flat ribbon with the edge here, and this is in the color Brights. So you have the pink, the blue, the whites. Not sure if you can, that's not too bad right there. So I mentioned, okay, let me mix this with a cotton, holding 2 strands together to see if I could do almost like a scrubby dishcloth so that I wouldn't waste the colors of all this that I have. Okay, I did so many rows of it and I was like, this thing is pretty stinking thick. So I only did it for 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 rows, and then I switched to just the plain pink cotton. So here is the 2 strands together of the cotton mixed with the Scrub It. It's a little cloudy outside even though it's god awful hot, so I'm hoping the colors come out all right. And then I just you know, finished it with this pink. So there's that. You could still, you know, wash dishes, and then if you need to scrub it, you know, you've still got some stuff to work with. So I may or may not try eventually to do a whole one, but this is really thick and stiff. I'm not sure if people would like it. or maybe, you know, try to do a half and half, or maybe circle ones. I don't know. I'll have to think about it, because if I'm not going to use a lot of this stuff, or I may just keep one of each color and then get rid of the rest of it. I don't know. Okay, so then I had a little bit of pink left, and my goal is kind of whatever's left of the color, I'm going to start another one with, and then when that runs out, I'm going to add another color, and so on. So I started another one with this pink, and I grabbed dark gray in a cotton mill end, and I did another one. So this is what pink I had left with the dark gray, and they've been folded, as you can see, but half double crochets, and I'm not putting borders on them because I think the border looks pretty good. So now I will take the rest of the gray, although I may have enough for a whole one with a little bit of scrap left over, but either way I'm going to keep going with the gray, and then what's left just keep going on with another color, and like that, just to see how many I can get through. I still have a wash tub type of thingy by my chair with a whole bunch of stuff in it, so I can just keep, when I want something small and light, I'll just resort to dishcloths or my squares from my Starry Night Afghan. So there's that. Put them out of the way. All right. So I am participating in a mail with, it says Mail Creator Novelty Yarn Challenge number 26 with Christy from Crochet Creations by Christy. And I posted the picture of the 2 yarns that I'm going to use on her Facebook page, and then once I was ready to start incorporating the second color, I didn't like it, so I changed the color out, but same brand, just different color. So I am using a 9mm hook, and the 2 yarns, the first one is, I've kind of been holding on to the Stitch Studio by Nicole, and this is the Chateau in the colorway Spring, just because, you know, AC Moore's closed. So this is like a minty green, and I felt that this went better with the Yarnspiration Bernat Casa yarn in the color Turquoise Harbor that I got in the Hobby Lobby clearance. So I got 3 of these. This is so soft. And then I'm pairing it with 2 of these. And I'm just doing skein of this, skein of this, skein of this, skein of this, finish it with a skein of this. So I showed a pattern that I was going to use this yarn for, found it on Yarnspiration's website. It was free. I followed it for the first skein of this, and again the pattern is for this yarn, and I didn't like it. It was too holy. I mean, if this is gonna be for a baby, like, I didn't like it. So then when I started this, I just switched to half double crochets because that's my favorite stitch, especially for the thicker, weird yarns. So this is where I'm at so far. me fold this a little bit so I can see what I'm showing you. So this is one skein, and it has 170 yards in this Kesa yarn, and it just switches on its own. I didn't control it. You see right in the middle, the fur stops, and it, you know, it just does whatever. And then I just finished a skein of the Stitch Studio by Nicole. So now it ran out here, so I put my stitch marker in, and I'm just going to go ahead and add the next skein of the Bernat Kesa and just keep going till that's gone, and so on. What I didn't like with the pattern I started to follow was how holey it is. I want a more thicker, heavier blanket. And over in this corner, it kind of looks wonky because this is the chenille part of that. I mean, if you pull it, it's fine. My stitches are accurate, but I just didn't like how over here, you know, you're in the the other type of yarn, and then just this velvety yarn, I guess is what it is. It's very flimsy and doesn't hold its shape like the rest of it. So that's why I was like, no, I'm not gonna keep going with it. So this is where it's at so far, and it's pretty wide. It's gonna be a nice toddler blanket for sure that will last for quite a while. I didn't look how long the novelty yarn mail goes, because I was thinking that this is a blanket that I would want done by Christmas, but I have to look when that crochet along or the mail ends to see if I have to get it done faster. Okay, then previous video I showed that I was going to start, or no, I did start a top, the Dolphinian top by Fiberflux, and it was basically like a mitered granny square that was going to grow and be a wearable. And I had showed how far I got on it, and that the one side wasn't quite right, but it would eventually work out as you made your panels and put them together. I did a couple more rows after that video, or rounds, whatever, and I did not like it, so I frogged it. Maybe it was the wrong yarn. I just wasn't happy with it. And if you're not happy with something that you're crocheting and it's more like a job than relaxing, then you need to move on to something else, because, you know, it just doesn't make it fun and rewarding anymore. So that's why I frogged it. I went through all my Bag O' Day patterns because she has, I wanted a spring summer type of wearable that you could wear a tank top or something underneath. And I decided on the ladies top spring into summer. And I'll try to show this without showing too much. All right, so she used Comfy Cotton Lion Brand Comfy Cotton Blend. And I wanted to use the same yarn that I had started the other top with, which is some yarn I got on the most recent Hobby Lobby clearance. The Yarn Bee Stitch 101 Acetate in Redwood. Almost like a maroon color. I have plenty of yardage, so what size am I making? I think I'm doing, oh brother, I think I'm doing the large, maybe the extra large. I think I started out doing the large for how wide it is, and then depending on how many shells and things you do is how you determine if you go up to be extra large. The pattern also has 2X and 3X when you buy the pattern. So I think I'm starting out with the large. I'll have to count my shells on the shoulders, and that will tell me where I'm at. It's with a 6mm hook. So I have the first panel done, and she has you do the single crochets around the edge as well before you move on to the second panel, so that you're all ready to put them together. So this is my first panel, and nice and airy. So this will be the front, and so I've got 1, 2, 3, no, am I upside down? Nope, this is the top. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so anyways, I'm not going to waste your time, but I'll have to go back and look. I'll let you know how it's going, but it looks way more harder than it is. She has it as an intermediate pattern, but she also has a video. So if I had any questions, I just had another window open on my computer to this video while I was watching other videos. So now I'm ready to start the second panel. So there's that. And again, it says intermediate, but when you follow along with Crystal's videos from Bag O Day, she makes it very simplified. And the next thing I'm working on is another Bag O Day pattern. This is called Baby Dress Heartland Beauty, 0 to 6 month. And she uses 3 skeins of Lion Brand Heartland, which I did not have. But if I'm not sure about a yarn that a creator uses, I'll just Google like the size and the yardage, and then I'll pick something compatible out of my yarn. So I decided to use Lion Brand Basic Stitch Anti-Pilling in the color Prism, which it's not as lavender as it's coming out in the camera. And then the edging, I chose Yarn Bee Hint of Silk Shantung, and this was part of the Hobby Lobby clearance. This is a cream or an off-white, So this is my mane, this is my edging. I did pop into Hobby Lobby again yesterday to see what they had left, just at the one Hobby Lobby, and I have some tidbits to show in another video, but I'm waiting for another package to come so I could just do 2 in 1. Okay, so for the dress, I used a 5.5 millimeter hook, and I have the main dress, I have some of the edging. I haven't decided if I'm gonna close it in the back with a button, or I bought a bunch of hook and eye closures. So this is where I'm at so far. And again, this dress is more of a dusty pink than the color that it's coming out now. My next step is I have to put the 2 sleeves on, then the edging on the sleeves, and then however I'm going to decide to close it in the back. And then that will be done. She has, for this one, she just puts like a little decorative button or something here. I'm not sure if I'll do that, but so up close, this is the stitches. You're like triple V stitching, and then you make some spaces, and then more triple V stitching, and so on. And then my ruffly bottoms are kinda not even, and I figured if I messed it up somehow, like, I'm okay with it because I like the way that looks, and I'm not gonna block it. But if you did pull it down a little bit, you know, it wouldn't be so bumpy. But I like it. And I think I am going to make, I believe I saw a video or a pattern where you could do maybe newborn headband, and I'm going to have plenty of yarn, so I will make that to go together as a set, either for my craft show or future grandchild. I don't know. And the last thing I am doing is I am participating in a cuddle along, 2nd annual. It was originally April, May, and June. Christy from Crochet Creations by Christy and Stephanie from Stephanie's Yarn Escape, they decided to extend it into July, so there would be 4 projects. So I was looking to start my 4th entry for, well, 1 a month, my one for July, and I came across a tutorial video. It is from Glenda from Creative Grandma. Now, I learned to crochet from YouTube by watching Glenda's videos, maybe 6-7 years ago. And when I saw she put up a video on Corner to Corner, because that's been on my bucket list. Everybody who watches and sees me comments on other people's, like, you know, I wanted to do one. So I watched Glenda's video. I was taking notes, stopping it, rewinding it, and I'm like, I think I can actually do this now. So I pulled out Lion Brand ice cream yarn in the colorway Blue Moon, different shades of blue and white. Very pretty. And a 5mm hook. And this might even be similar, or the yarn she used. I can't remember. I have 2 skeins, so I know that's going to be enough. And I got started, and I am so happy. I even commented, like, couldn't believe it. I have my stitch marker in, and this is the beginning of my corner to corner. I am so excited. I love the yarns, the variegateds and the stripes, the ones that just change color on their own. Now I even went back and rewatched her video because of how these kind of lay out till you you know, do your next row, and I'm doing it right, and I think it looks great. So I'm so excited that I finally did this. Now, to grab this and like do some dishcloths or something to practice, like I haven't done that yet, but baby steps. So yeah, this Blue Moon colorway. Love the blues. Love how this is coming out. Finally accomplished another one of my crocheting goals, thanks to Glenda. All right, that is it, my friends. I hope you like, subscribe, comment if you want to, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday in this nice weather. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.